So this month I've added £700 to my stocks and shares ISA. And in today's video, we're going to do a bit of a talk through in terms of what's happening and what has happened. Obviously the buys, the income, the plan, the growth, whatever it may be. But also if you want to follow this journey, feel free to like and subscribe to the video. I'm going to go back in time. We're going to look at the first ever video we talked about this as a goal and how it's changed through consistency of investing. It's pretty good. And you can see the development of this portfolio because it's changed a lot. It's also a lot better, I think. So here we are. What we bought, what we've done. £700 in, and it's just done to the pie situation of allocation. Nothing too crazy. We're going to go through income and all that kind of good stuff realistically because there's a lot happening over the course of the next month or so. There's a big amount of earnings incoming for the portfolio, which is going to be fantastic. But slow, boring consistency beats time in the market every single time. And if you are buying something that is relatively good and solid, and I will talk through some good options here, it is a fantastic place to be when you don't worry about your sleep at night. So yeah, the portfolio is looking all right. Nothing too crazy. It hasn't really blown up realistically in terms of I'm going to grow to the moon right now. But I still have £6,747 left to put in for the remaining of this year for my ISA. But the thing is, I have added it all to a pie. I've set it up much better, or a lot better. I've turned off auto investing here, by the way, just because I like to reinvest into the assets. So that's one big change I've made. But as you can see, there's almost 100 people copying this. There's a link below to this if you are interested. And I have, yes, fiddled about with it a lot. But I have, in my personal opinion, made it a lot better. So if you want to know the weights and all that kind of good stuff, here it is. Most of it is the Vanguard All World ETF dividend fund, essentially. You've got the UK version of the dividend fund, and then you've got the Van Hag Developed Markets. I did a TikTok and an Instagram on this. Feel free to follow me in the link below about this in terms of the distribution. It's also on the shorts, but it is a fantastic little growth ETF for dividends. Obviously, I still have all my other stocks. They're all green. Everything's nice, green, rosy. Everything's looking pretty good, which does concern me a little bit, and I understand that. But let's talk about it in terms of a bit more detail because everything's looking good. 4% yield, give or take, or just over that now. A decent £2,500 annually at the minute, and I do want to grow this portfolio a lot bigger. I am going to be putting a lot more money into it. Obviously, yes, there has been a lot of debate about ISAs and stuff. And still, for me, this is by far the best way to do it. Now, yes, we can talk about dividends. We can talk about all kinds of stuff. And you can see where the weight is and what's happening. Obviously, yield on cost now 4.15%. So we can start to see a small little change there. And yeah, £212 on average monthly income is pretty tasty. But it isn't every single month, obviously. But the reality is here, when we look at the dividend calculator, and you'll see this, we are expecting £296, give or take, for this month, which is pretty good. Every single month is quite a biggie, really. Like, we're only missing 1 month, which is January, but February makes up with it with 345 and 108. You get the picture, right? June is a massive monster month. So this overall is a £7 a day portfolio, which is pretty good considering. So it is looking pretty nice and tasty. And tomorrow I will be getting the Van Hag payment, and then obviously over Christmas time. Lovely. So it's looking pretty good, pretty tasty. I'm very, very happy with it. But let's go back in time a little bit to my first video that I did on this channel on the 24th of June. I know I've grown quite a lot in terms of subscribers, and I do appreciate all the love and support, especially on Instagram now. It's gone crazy, it's gone berserk. But I've made a lot of changes, obviously, so you get the idea. But what I want to showcase more than anything, right? Obviously, this is the video. This is a screenshot here. Obviously, you can see the profits change, the yield has changed, the investment capital changed. Obviously, I put more money in, obviously. But it just kind of showcases how, over the course of time, if you are consistent, just putting bits in, no matter what it is, putting money in, try and get as much as you can in, it will make a big difference to the longevity. So obviously, you can see overall how 6,400 profit there. Cool. You've got, obviously, the investment capital. Now, the profit side of it, I'm not that fussed about because ultimately, yes, it's gone up a little bit. For me, it's having a blend. I want to have a blend of income, but obviously with the growth of it as well. I don't want to be all growth. I don't want to be all income. I've done simulations on the channel where I talked about how if you go from young to old and you put all your money into the dividend side of it at the end, it's amazing, obviously. And yeah, if I threw, if say 10 years time, right? We've got a couple of $100,000 in here, which is possible if you put in a decent chunk in. you're going to have a decent income portfolio very, very early on. By the time I'm 45, I could have a very, very good portfolio for that. But there's no point just yet. I'd rather just kind of mature it and let it grow. But you can see there's been some obviously changes in terms of what I'm holding and stuff like that. So the volatility is a lot better, obviously, which makes obvious sense. But for that, for me, in my opinion, it just makes it so much easier to kind of manage. But yes, you can still see we are still technically on course for the big mature numbers at certain points in time. Yeah, we're at 13% roughly, give or take. It's quite high. And as I say, not financial advice, capital is risk at all points here. The market will always be in cycles. You've got bull markets, you've got bear markets, you've obviously got consolidation periods as well. We will talk about the chart in a second. But for me, the fundamentals are clear. Consistency. Do not try and time the market in terms of tops and bottoms. Just be consistent with it. And, over the course of time, a solid portfolio will do the best. Because if you start trying to guess tops, bottoms, if you try fiddle with it, try and get the hype, you're probably going to have a much bigger chance of losing out at some point down the line. Myself included. I've done it before. By the way, this tool is called Snowball Analytics. I highly recommend you jumping in. Free trial, 14 days. You can put your portfolio in via spreadsheets. It's super easy to do. You will find a lot more information on here for your portfolio when you get paid, profit, ratings, the lot. It's just a really good tool to have. Highly recommended. But as I've just alluded to it, the bull market. Oof, look at Tesco. Crazy. Everything's looking pretty good, right? Realistically, when we talk about, the all world funds for the dividend fund, it's doing really well. We talk about, the developed market fund doing really well. Even the dividend UK one, which is more high dividends, not doing amazing, but it's doing okay considering. Every single thing is designed for my portfolio to be stress-free. Yes, everything's looking relatively good. Even Aviva has gone crazy over the last few years. It's been a bit mental. The Coca-Cola bottling plant doing really well. It's looking really good. For the UK economy, it's pretty good. And this is mainly UK, so I am keeping most of my money. Obviously, yes, he is withholding tax for some of the funds, but any fund that has America in there, there's going to be a bit of withholding tax, unfortunately. But the stock market on a whole, whether it's a FTSE, whether it's the S&P, the NASDAQ, is all looking rather bloaty. Just saying. So as much as I like to say to people, well, I am buying into things, right, bear with me, let me just showcase some funds here. Obviously the NASDAQ gone crazy, the S&P crazy, even the FTSE crazy. So yeah, it's one of those things. Obviously gold's doing well, obviously crypto's not done as well recently, but it's doing well in the past. You could talk about dollar cost average, you could talk about consistency, you could talk about projected income. Yeah, there will be a time where it doesn't do well. Sorry, but you've just got to kind of stick with it. And that's the thing. It's a journey. It's a pathway. And I want to kind of showcase that on this channel. Funny enough, it is doing well. I am doing okay. I have added some more money to the pot, obviously, but I have added some more profit to the pot due to that. So it makes it a lot easier to kind of keep an eye on. So yeah, for me, the long-term vision, as much as like me putting £700 in this month, I'm going to add more. It's all about the time consistency and the time horizon of that. Because the one thing that I do need to talk about is obviously my portfolio. Now, this is on Stockopedia. I know it's like bright in the screen here, but this is a really good tool just to get a bit of data for individual stocks. Every single one that I've got here, it's quite all right, realistically. It's all ranking pretty high in terms of what I'm looking for. And it has, technically, I know you can't see because my face is kind of half in the way a little bit, but realistically, we are outperforming the FTSE All-Share kind of index here, which is good. We want that with certain individual stocks based off numbers. The reality is here, every single stock, and I know people go, well, why do you buy Bitcoin? It's a different thing to crypto. Different thing, to stocks, and it is because you are always going off earnings. You want solid companies that are doing well. Pick the obvious in the stock market because you will be rewarded through earnings and through performance of that because that is giving you that value, that perceived value anyways. So it's a big, big, big thing. If you are interested in some stock research, I do recommend Stockopedia. There's a link below to this. Again, affiliate link. But you do get a tasty little discount if you do jump in. However, have a blend. Just a little bit of common sense here. Too many people, myself included, back in the day, and if you watch my original video here, you'd know this, I was all in. All in on the individual stocks. I kind of turned it down a lot because the volatility was crazy. I am so much happier now that I've got funds in there. So 70% of my stocks are technically funds now versus the 30% that are individual stocks, but those individual stocks are really, really good. But what I'm going to say now is I am not done for this month. There will be more money getting added to this portfolio. I've recently just converted myself over to a limited company So I'm just trying to make sure the cash flow is good before I start lobbing money out and getting everything set up. Once that's the case, I can kind of then factor it all in with my budget of how much I can put in. So yeah, it's just been a bit stop and start since October time, since setting it all up. I'm almost there now, so fingers crossed, be good, and then I can throw more monies into it. And yeah, I know people in the comments would be like, yeah, but you're putting loads in. Well, yeah, but the thing is, right, I don't want to kind of put people off the journey. Just because I'm putting, say, £700 in now or another £500 later on, I know everyone's different and I know that. But the thing is, right, everyone will have this same situation. If you are putting in so much, you will make money. So let's look at one example here before we go, right? Because when we go into snowball and go to my goal, if you want to have a certain goal, yeah, you can. You can always change your contributions. If you're putting £300, it doesn't change anything. It'll just change the goal, the goal post, so to speak. Yes, you may well find that £300 a month on whatever return is still going to give you a decent chunk of money. £300 is £3,600 per year. That compounded in a really good fund will make you money if you are starting from the age of 20, from the age of 30, whatever it may be. You have to start somewhere and do something. You can't just leave it resting in your bank account. So hopefully that gives you some perspective. But yeah, let me know in the comments, please, if you've bought anything this month or what you bought or what you've done, or if you are copying this portfolio. It'd be good to know if people are interested in seeing where this journey goes. But yeah, for me, the fundamentals are very, very simple. Doesn't matter how rough it's going to get. If you are buying top quality stuff, the market will always give you what you deserve if you are patient, obviously. But for me, the reality is funds will help the volatility massively, especially in a dividend side of it. There may be a point in time, not too long away, in my opinion, if growth stocks stop growing, they may well rotate into the dividends. That does happen. Anyways, if you want to know more, if you want more information about certain ETF funds, there's a video here. Highly recommend you watch it.